Well, camera shut off. And then I'm talking because I didn't push the button, so that was stupid too. Oh well. You live and you learn. I know I've been MIA, but I've been in a funk lately because the weather, the cold, life in general. Trying to get eBay going, and it's just a struggle. Like, I sold 2 things last week. Another pair of nylons, vintage nylons, the knee high, so that you use a garter belt with. Another man bought another pair. I don't understand. Well, I'm not going to say I don't understand, but I think it's crazy. But what it is what it is. And then I sold a trivet. It's a cast iron trivet. It was the shape of a tulip, an antique one. I sent that out, the nylons out. When did I go? Friday? One got it the next day. No, it wasn't this. I had them in the middle of the week because one got it the next day, and the other one they got on Friday. I revamped some of it by doing different listings. And now I have to figure out, because I don't really have a store, I just sell. Where you can sell $250 a month. If you go over $250, you got to pay more. I haven't actually listed $250 at once yet. Once I start making a couple more sales a week than just one here and there, I'm going to get a store, but it's not worth it because you have to pay for it. And then you can end and sell similars when they go to renew. So I used to do free shipping, which I charged a little more for my products, and I was still paying more than I should because a lot of them were going out to California and the Midwest, and their shipping costs more for that, so I was losing some money on that. So now everything is going to be calculated shipping. But I have to revamp that because I just did it as the way eBay does it, and I was still having to pay a few dollars out of the money I made besides what the buyer paid for shipping. So I have to weigh everything and add the box or the poly bag or the bubble bag and the shipping materials to the amount. It's a learning curve. You know, when you watch these people on YouTube resellers for eBay, they only tell you what they want to tell you. See, it took me a while to figure out, how do you end and sell similar? Well, they don't say that you have to have a store to do that. You can't do that just on a regular, selling, I don't know what it's called, just selling, I don't even know what they call it, just selling 250 items a month. But like if you go to next month and you only sold 3 things, you can only add 3 things. You can't add 250 every month. They don't explain that on eBay either, so it's all a bunch of shit. You got to figure it out as you go along. And I figured out the listings better from a guy from, I think he's from Australia. He gives a lot of good information. That's why I relisted things. Well, not relisted, but I redid my listings to use better wording. He made better sense of it. They don't do that. Most of these resellers don't explain it in detail. And they do it so fast, it's like, what did you say? What do you mean? You could give a little better detail. So I think eventually when I get going, I'm going to make a couple videos on these things that they don't tell everything. It's like when I was a school bus driver. You get these trainers that tell you how to, how you have to do things. And they do it so fast, it's because they've been doing it for years, and they don't think about the new person. Even though I'm not stupid, slow down and explain it a little better. like you have to know how to, if you're driving a full-size bus, you have to know how to do the air brakes. You have to know all the internal parts of the, not the internal, but the mechanism of a air brake. And I'm like, oh my God. So that's how I look at it. I'm going to teach it as I like to learn things. Be more specific. Don't say it real fast. See, even with chickens. You know, people talk about the chickens on their homesteading channels. You know, they don't give you every little detail you need to know about their conditions and their toenails and the worming and feeding them. So my next project, when I can do it, I'm going to start growing, what are they called? Mealworms. I have these plastic drawers, little cabinets, and they have, like, you have different stages. When you get them, they lay babies, and you get a screen, and you sift it, and you get the mealworms that are already in full, you know, they're full size, but the babies stay, and then you put them in a drawer, and then the next batch, and then the next batch, and you keep rotating it. And then I'm going to feed them to the chickens for protein. And it's cheaper that way because if you buy mealworms dried, that's, I don't feel as a protein as a fresh one would be. You have to. And then to buy them alive, they cost a good penny. Even though they sell them, you know, a lot of them will be dead when you buy them. It's like me feeding them what I feed them. They seem to like it. They do well. And I feel better for them because they're getting something warm in their insides. And I feed them in the evening, that way they go to bed with a full gizzard. Their craw, where they crush it up, and I don't know what it's all about, but you know what I know. You know what it's about. And this is my oldest chicken right here. This is Bev. And all these little jerks are from the pandemic era. I had one die, and I had to get rid of a rooster because he attacked me all the time. And tell you what, that doesn't feel good when they attack you with their spurs. The things on the back of their legs, and they know how to do it. Chickies! Well, I'm glad everybody watched. Well, whoever watched my chicken videos, thank you. I appreciate it. I looked into that, and chickens are one of the highest watched videos. I wish I had sweaters for them. I can crochet, so I might find a pattern and try to crochet sweaters for them. By the time I get them, it'll probably be summertime. I have a lot of yarn that someone gave me that I make little blankets for my cats to lay on, so I might attempt to try and make some sweaters for the chickens. Not the rooster. I'm sure he'll attack me trying to put one on him. Their feet gotta be cold. Chickies! Oh, you see my knee. Anyway, so now I have the car on the road tomorrow. I have a little journey to go on. I gotta go. I take some dead battery, car battery, and a truck battery. And my dad, when he was alive years ago, had brass and copper. I'm taking some brass, a bucket of brass, to the scrap yard. And then I have to go to another place on the opposite direction to drop off an electric blanket I bought on Amazon, and it only worked for 4 days, and since I didn't have a way to get to a place to return it for free, I'm going to do that tomorrow. So I'm going to use the money for the scrap to get gas to go there, because it's about a 30-minute ride. because I live in a rural county, rural country area. Don't have big stores. And UPS and all that is 30 minutes away. Yeehaw. Some of them went inside already. It's getting time for bed anyway. They got a lot of food left. If I leave it out, it'll be frozen tomorrow until it warms up. So I'm glad they're eating it. Oh, the world is changing. All around us. All around us is changing. All around us is changing. We'll see where it leads us to. Like that. So, I'll do a little video of my front yard where my son cut the tree down. When it fell, it was dead as dead could be, because when it hit, the whole top part where the branches were broke into a million pieces. That'll be a fun cleanup. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Hope you like my chickens in the snow. I'm sure their feet are cold. Alright, have a great night. Talk to you soon.